All right, welcome to another edition of Psoto Desperado Plays Ark Survival Ascended. I was playing or going to play Star Wars because I did manage to get a 1-month subscription. So I was trying to level my new Sith Inquisitor. And I did it all day today during work for the most part. I went to Hoth, and then I was going on to Ilum, which is the next planet. And for some reason, I tried to log into Star Wars right now, and it won't let me in. And I kept trying, and then eventually they put a message saying that the login service is not available. And to look out on Twitter for any updates, and that there's no updates on Twitter. It's just silly, but, you know, that's what they said. So anyway, I'm playing Ark, and I did manage to get the next mutation. I'm at mutation 23 now. For my Carnos, for melee. And it's just shy of 800% damage. And I'm going to go as far and high as I go on those things. As far and high as I can go. And that's where we are there. I'm waiting for the... And it's a boy, so I'm just waiting for it to grow up. So I thought I'd do the caves and play some videos. This might be pretty short, but it'll be interesting at least. It is following me in here. It's following me in here. Come on, Raptor. A raptor followed me in here. They hardly ever do that. Oh, he got stuck. There we go. Make sure he don't follow me all the way over here. Anyway, I have these. I can drop that. I can drop that. Definitely don't need those. Don't need that. All right. So anyway, I was going to play some videos. Of course, I'm going to do the traditional big ward. And I'll come back to this lady. She's short. Big ward, warning, we can't escape it. This is from 7 hours ago. Today's the 5th of December.
Good morning, good morning.
Big ward.
Today is December 5th, 2024. Thursday, December 5th. 2024. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Now, let's get straight to the point. As y'all know, I have, from time to time, I do email topics. I haven't done them in a while because I got so many now. I'm like, damn, where do I start? But I noticed a common theme. A common thing. I said it right the first time. Don't have to be too theatrical. But I noticed a lot of my most current emails, believe it or not, have been about the same thing. So I'm going to continue to address this in this video, as I did in the last one. And that is, there are a lot of people out here that don't want to be here no more. Want to end it all for whatever reason. Now, we all know life is tough. Life is hard. Life is rough. There's no denying that. But for some reason, I don't know if life harder now than it's ever been before. I know the economy and times and the cost of living and stuff like that, you know, we can't afford stuff now that our other generations before us were able to afford. So that could be causing a lot of the angst, a lot of the not wanting to be here, per se. But this is growing. Like I said, this is nothing rare, hard times. Ever since I was a child, since I've been born, times have been hard here and there. But it seems like now, as we live in this day and age, they've gotten harder to the point. Now back in the day, I'm just gonna say my day. I can't go beyond my day. People unaliving themselves was like unheard of. People even thinking that way was unheard of. And then people being so open about it, especially, was unheard of. I don't want to be here. I'm tired. I'm ready to end it. I'm gone. Life sucks. My life sucks. Blah, blah, blah. Right? And I feel your pain, man. I'm living in the same world, same life y'all living in. It don't matter how much money you making, how much money you ain't making, how much family you got. It don't matter what you got going on. Life's still going to be hard for you in some form or fashion. Don't be fooled by looking at other people thinking that their life is easier than yours. Millionaires, billionaires, I don't care. Elon Musk has autism. Yeah, really. Bill Gates has autism. Elon Musk is one of the most hated men in the world. You think that man okay with being hated by people that don't even know him? He may not care like I don't care. People hate me. But at the same time, you're like, who wants to be hated? So there's still a trade-off. Even when you got what you think everybody wants, life still can suck. So with you people, or the people, that's feeling like ending it, checking out, can't take it no more. I don't know if it's bad news or whatever. I'm going to just say I got bad news for you. Put it that way. To some people, it could be good news that you can't leave. But there's no escape. I know you can say, because I've said it before, this is not fair. I didn't ask to come here. I said that myself. I've heard y'all say it in my email. I didn't ask to come here. My mom abandoned me. My father abandoned me. I'm talking about my life. I didn't ask to come here. I had no choice, no say-so in the matter. Oh well, tough titty, I'm here now. You didn't ask to come here. Tough titty, you're here now. And guess what? Now that you're here, there is no escape. There is no escape. Let me be, if you never heard it before, let me be the first one to relay this message to you. You can't escape. The only way out is when it's your time to go. If you call yourself trying to leave before then, you still ain't escaped. Hold on. In a minute, y'all gonna see it, co-worker. In a minute. Oh shit. I'm thinking about that dude just passed by here, y'all. I'm feeling it. Rock with me. So, you're writing me, you're emailing me, you're in the comment section, you're making videos about it, certain people channels, what have you. Look, y'all. You looking at a dude, don't let this shit fool you. I deal with pain every day. What I do now, I just override it. I don't know no more about this shit than y'all do. But what I do know is there's no escape. So ain't no need of me around this bitch talking about I'm checking out, I don't want to be here no more, I'm for the leave. There is no escape. Death is a part of life. So all death gonna do is carry on to the next episode of life. The next process, the next level, whatever's after this life, all death do is a transport to you to the others. It ain't over. So ain't no need of you speeding your time up here, hurrying up to get out of here. Cause you still, once you were born, you here. You're a part of life now. You're part of the life cycle, baby, whether you like it or not. Is it fair? You ain't have a say-so in the matter. Did God ask you, did you want to be here? Did he ask for your permission to send you here? I don't know what we were doing before we got here. I don't know if God asked me, Big Water, you want to go to Earth? Because I know now, if I know then what I know now, if God would have asked me, Big Water, do you want to go down there? I would have said, no.
Hell no.
How many of y'all would have said no? That you, if you would have known. Because as far as I know, maybe God did ask us. We just don't remember. But I know this. If I had any inkling of this mess here, and I was somewhere with God, and God said, hey, do you want to go? I got this new thing I just built called Earth and Life, this, that, and the other, do you want to go down there and, give it a go? I would have said, no. No, sir, leave me right here. I don't want to go down there. But I don't recall being asked that question by God. I don't recall God asking me my permission, do I want to come here? I don't recall my mom and dad asking me my permission, do I want to come here? And I'm quite sure it didn't happen that way with y'all either. So guess what? Your ass here now. And there's no escaping it. So stop trying. A lot of people are trying to escape by the life you're living. I know because I tried to escape for many years. What you mean, Big Boy, about trying to escape? I don't mean just to the head, boom, I'm out of here. I ain't talking about just that. That ain't the only way. That's a way of people trying to escape. When you talking about you finna check out, you finna unalive yourself, you're just trying to escape the inescapable. But other ways that people destroy their lives trying to escape something that cannot be escaped. Keep this in mind when I'm telling y'all, you can't escape this. Once you accept that fact, now you will boot up, buckle up, put your chin strap on and your helmet, and just get ready for war, cause I ain't got no choice but to fight, cause I can't go nowhere. Now, you got to see yourself as a cat when it's backed in the corner. Ain't no way out but to fight. Because you can't go that way because there's a wall in your way. There's no escape. The only way out is to face and fight what you're running from. Fight what you're running from, people. To the alcoholic. You trying to escape life. You running. Ain't no running, baby. Put the bottle down, your back against the wall, and fight. Turning that bottle up. I know what you're doing. Been there, done that. I know what you're attempting to do. And from my own personal experience, I got blown with the best of them. Running from my problems. And my problems outran the alcohol. My problems were faster than the weed. My problems were faster than the coke. So therefore, when I stopped running from my problems, I have had no need to get blowed anymore, because I was wasting my damn time, my money, and my life doing something that was worthless, useless, didn't serve no purpose. Now, I'm not saying everybody that drink and get blowed is running from their problems. Some people do it just for fun, on the weekend. I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all just having fun. I'm talking about the people that's drinking every day, getting blowed every day. You think you just like to bun some, but you're bunning every day. You trying to escape, baby. I just smoke a little weed, big boy. No. You're a dope fiend. But it's legal now in the United States. I don't care. Alcohol is legal. It's legal too. You're an alcoholic. So what if they make that gas legal? You still a junkie. And junkies ain't nothing but just people trying to escape. If you're addicted to anything, if you are a junkie to food, the bump and grind, y'all know you got junkies for that too. Porn, any type of narcotic drug, whatever. You just trying to escape, baby. That's all you doing. You ain't addicted to nothing. What you're addicted to, if you're addicted to anything, you're addicted to trying to escape. You're not addicted to the substance. How you know this, big ward? I've been there, fool. I know. I don't drink, get blowed no more, cigarettes, Black and Mild, beanies, toothpicks, nothing. Nothing go in my mouth but food, water, and a little coochie in there. Don't tell nobody. Now between me and you. But now, anybody out here talking about they can't quit this, they can't quit that, I'm addicted to this, I'm addicted to that. No, that's not what you are addicted to. Somebody asked me to do the topic of porn, address porn. I've been there too. Fellas, stay your ass away from that porn if you don't want your thing to be like this when it's time for the real thing. Any addiction, I don't care what form it takes. Alcohol, marijuana, whatever it is, porn, food, women, men, it don't matter. That's not what you are addicted to. That's not what you love. That's not what you really want. What you really want, what you're really addicted to, is escape. You hooked on running.
Well,
Preacher,
it's pretty close to home with me.
you are addicted to running. You got some people that run, and you got some people that fight. If you're using any type of thing that's got your life out of control, you 500 pounds that can't stop eating. You can't get it up for your lady, your wife, because you can't stop whooping it. That's not what you're addicted to. You can't put that bottle on even though your liver this big. Your liver went from this big to this big, and it looked like a raisin. The doctor told you, man, you got a raisin where your liver used to be. The doctor told you that, showed you the x-ray. You still won't stop. Newport 100s. You can't walk from here to the refrigerator without still won't stop. That's not what you're addicted to. There's no substance on this earth that God didn't give you the strength to just put down. That's not what your problem is. Your problem, my problem, and the majority of people that's struggling with any type of issue. You're running. You're looking for an escape. You don't want to accept life for what it is. You don't want to be here, but you're too scared to go and just file. But even if you do file, you still ain't escape. There is no escape until God say you're released. You can go. But you still ain't going over to the next level. It's levels to this shit, baby. This ain't it. To those of y'all who's sitting there contemplating right now because this is too hard for you, I just want you to know, it don't end here. What's next, I don't know. But I know something is next. I don't know what the book told you. But you know better than that. If any book telling you that when you die here, it's over, if any book telling you that, they telling you wrong. You know that you know that you know. It don't end here. Even if we don't know what's on the other side, we know there's another side. So why would you think you're escaping something by leaving here before you're supposed to leave here? By doing it yourself, or by over-medicating yourself, overindulging with substances trying to escape your reality. Cause life is hard. You broke. Your old lady left you. Your husband left you. Your kid got kicked out of school. You just lost your job. Problem after problem after problem. I'm sick of all these damn problems. I'm finna escape. I'm finna run. I ain't fighting shit. That, my friend, is your problem. Somebody done told you, especially in this modern society, that's why we got more addicts than ever in history. More people are addicted today more than ever. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Just hold your horses. I'm going to tell you why. I just want y'all to understand and go check for yourself. Opioids, all types of shit people taking nowadays. People ain't just burning gas no more. They taking all types of stuff. Mojo, you name it. What's with the rising addiction? I'm going to tell you what it is. We're in a soft society now. We're in a society that has been taught to not fight. You don't supposed to fight. Stop bullying. We're in a society that when somebody's bullying you, I grew up, they told you, hit them back. They don't teach you that no more. They don't teach you to fight no more. Just talk about it. Just discuss it. Well, you can't talk about it with life. You can't discuss it with life when life whooping your ass. Life don't want to hear what you talking about. All life gonna respect is a fighter. If you ain't no fighter, life will beat your ass. Life ain't gonna show you no mercy. Life, unlike the bully, the school ground bully, when he punch you in the nose and you down there crying and bleeding, he'll show mercy and won't hit you no more. After he done knocked you down, you don't, that's what every bully I ever saw.
20-30
Every bully, every time I ever seen somebody being bullied, that was the time I would jump in and help the little kid that was getting bullied because I was always big and I couldn't stand to see that. So I would jump in.
790.3.
I didn't even got my ass
Next
whooped
one
before
should be 800.
helping somebody else, and they ran. But anyway, even the real life bully, after he done whooped you and see you ain't got no more fighting and you done surrendered and gave up, he'll stop. Life don't do that. If you don't fight life back, life gonna keep on. Life gonna keep on drilling you. Life ain't gonna show you no mercy.
Amen.
And now we got a society of people that ain't willing to fight. So therefore, if they ain't willing to fight, if you ain't gonna fight, guess what you gonna do? You gonna run. And the way you run from life is putting something in your body to make you not think about what you got going on.
Or porn or a distraction like video games.
Because you don't think about it, that don't mean it's going somewhere. It's still there waiting on you. Your problem ain't went nowhere because you drunk. High. Problem ain't went nowhere. So guess what? When it's all said and done, you're going to still eventually have to fight anyway. So my advice to you, the best advice I can give you, if I ain't never gave you no good advice ever, stop running. Stop trying to escape. And fight to the death. Bitch, life gonna kill us anyway. We might as well go out with a fight. Get it? Got it? Good. Love you. Bye.
Jeez. Big Ward. The destruction of American family. Let's see this one first.
Man, Trudeau must have been wearing a diaper, because if I were Trudeau, I'd be pooping all over myself. Okay, and then President of Mexico, she doesn't look too happy either. That Trump has not been sworn in yet, and he has figuratively slapped the hell out of all these world leaders.
Yeah, because
tomorrow is my birthday. I'm glad I get to see my birthday.
You were born at 7 a.m.
Good to make it to your birthday. Yes, I'm still struggling. There's still symptoms. But obviously I'm very grateful to be alive. Make it to my birthday. I don't know, you come across like some sort of motivational speech, and basically what it says is that I survived because I had purpose to me. I guess that's how you have to think about it. I guess all these thoughts go through your head. Why do some survive and some not survive? But I survived. I have to believe, like a lot of you said, I had a purpose. I wasn't meant to die yet. Divine, right? An intervention. So, yeah, I'm still struggling. And a lot of the veterans on here that watch my channel who have physical effects as well as emotional from the traumas you have been through, you know exactly what I'm mentioning. And the physical symptoms as well as the mental. I guess I have to, in addition to the medical side, I have to put faith in purpose for my survival. That I survived in order to have purpose and to put my focus in my purpose, because that's what motivates you. That I wasn't saved because of me. I was saved because I had purpose. As I go on with the channel now, I have to focus a lot on my purpose, because that's what keeps you going. I think it's amazing that Trump has not been sworn in yet, and he has figuratively slapped the hell out of all these world leaders. If I was Trudeau at that Thanksgiving dinner, I would not be eating any McDonald's chicken nuggets, because that's probably what they served. No, they did not serve McDonald's chicken. There's like a gourmet meal and everything. But in reality, he probably didn't eat anything, Trump. He probably ate McDonald's and then just showed up, right? Or his plate has McDonald's on it in a decorative organization. But, Trudeau must have been wearing a diaper, because if I were Trudeau, I'd be pooping all over myself. Okay, and then President of Mexico, she doesn't look too happy either. And then the Denver mayor, he doesn't look too happy either. I've heard the things that what is his name? Holman? Todd, the new border
ICE
czar.
director?
Yeah, that dude. The comments that he's said, it's like they don't look too happy, and all of this success, and he has not been sworn in yet. You know, that's a lot of success for not being sworn in yet, because that he was always a president of power and intimidation, and that's something you need. And Biden was someone who was too busy having his diaper changed and essentially destroying the country and worrying about his drug addict son.
Already
pardoned him and all that stuff.
No, I'm talking about Trump has already reached out with a message to Hamas.
Hamas and all these things, and the statements on Iran, and that's some pretty good success for not being inaugurated yet. So I have a lot of hope on him, you know, fixing the country. I think we're on a good start. You know, it's going to take a while, but, you know, I think a lot of people are talking about it like kind of the headline of like that he's really starting to send this message of America first. That's something that's absolutely been lacking in the country.
And the other world leaders, they know he means America first.
No, it's about time. It's about time. On a side note, it is freezing here in Miami. It's kind of freezing.
It's only about 67 degrees.
67 degrees in Miami is like
40.
the Biden apocalypse, you know, and it's freezing.
Well, it's damp here. That's why it feels cold.
And I had soup.
All
It
right.
was the Amy's.
No,
No
No,
chicken
it wasn't Amy's.
noodle. Wasn't that Amy's? I think it was Amy's.
Did we get Amy's?
I think it was Amy's.
The
No chicken,
no
noodle,
soup.
no soup. Oh, I see a star. I don't know if it's a star or a planet, but it's up there. I don't know. I think I failed that course in school. What's the difference between a star and a planet? You know that funny saying, like, I'm old enough that when I was young, Pluto was still a planet. Also, if you grew up in the generation of Even Stevens, the song "We Went to the Moon," 1969.
You know, it's funny. I'm part of the generation that remembers Pluto as a planet. That's funny. That's from way back. And then they find out it's like an asteroid or some other kind of body, a lesser body. It's not a planet. A planetoid. I don't know.
1970. Yeah, it's like we all grew up on that song. I hope I got the year right. Otherwise, I wasn't listening to the song very well. But yeah, it's a little cold. Do we have cookies upstairs?
Yeah.
But tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm not doing anything special. I'm home, but I guess it's special to be alive. So my birthday celebration is very nice in that I get to say that I made it to it. I made it to it. It's a good start. So
Look at your favorite truck.
I love Amazon. I
Favorite
know
truck?
there's a lot of you that probably don't like Amazon, but I have to say, Amazon is a very nice habit. Okay, you go on, you order stuff. This is not a plug for Amazon. I'm just saying, like, some of you can agree it's very addicting. You just go on there, you get something, and you can. Did you know you can, like, see your package arriving? I only recently discovered that. Like, you can see, like, your little truck going down the street or something. It's very exciting. You're like, it's coming. It's exciting. Simple joys. Amazon. When you live in a rural area, is it still Amazon that delivers your package, or does it have to go to like a distribution place and then?
Amazon.
I don't want to get run over here. I'm scared.
UPS.
But thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go upstairs and eat cookies.
Have coffee.
Coffee, because cold. I've become one of those Miami people. But I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!
Is this chicken?
Hello, my friend. Welcome to the first snow adventure of the season. I've been waiting all year to test this new rig.
This chick is a doctor and she's hot. Oh my God. You almost want to cry because you're like, how did this woman not make babies? She's just so beautiful. And I bet you, yeah. There she's like always showing off her body in the thing there. In the water. Well, anyway, I'm not subscribed to Dr. Hannah Straight anymore, but when I was a happy guy. The Destruction of the American Family, Jack Morgan, Red Leather.
Chick goes, me on Thanksgiving with no family because they suck. Classic. All right, so we're basically be talking about what happened to family, right? The typical nuclear family, or just families in general. I'm somebody who grew up with, I was his only child, but I grew up with a big family. Cousins, aunts, uncles, the whole thing with the Christmas parties and the boom, boom, me and my cousin throwing bags of shit across the street at cars and the little cousins picking on the other cousins and, cousinly love, really. And then they all had brothers and sisters, and then I felt like I was a part of that. And then I turned into an only child, and now I'm 35. With no kids, and it's kind of normal. But we're going to unpack all that today. It's going to be a good time. If you're new here, welcome, and let's party. Let's have a good time.
I got a real serious question. I want to know what happened to family, like the closeness and the bond that we used to have in our families back in the day. Like, I can remember all of us being at our grandma's house, cousins, sleeping on the floor, a house full of us, grandma making breakfast and stuff in the morning. I can remember like staying the night at your auntie's house, hanging out with your cousins. Like we all got together and did stuff. Family reunions. We checked in on each other. We made sure each other were good. Like there was just a closeness and a bond. Like back in the day when it came to families, we would get together for holidays. Celebrate birthdays. Like we really was like riding for each other. But now it's like people got family that they live right around the corner from and they don't speak. Or like our children, they don't know their cousins because family don't get together like they used to. Or, if family do get together, it's always some drama or some issues and everybody trying to outdo everybody and talking about everybody. And like, it just don't feel the same no more. What happened?
That was kind of a lot to take in right there. But she's got a point. Okay, I'm 35, and it's pretty normal now for somebody in their 30s or mid-30s to not have kids or just be single. And it's kind of like, yeah, keeping the tradition going with my family is great, but a lot of people are dead. Everybody's older. Nope, none of my cousins have kids. We're all 30 and up, right? 7 of us. None of us have kids. So now that tradition, you can't keep that going without it. And then you got the other side of the coin, right? This one I don't quite understand, but apparently this is real. Just families not liking each other. And we're going to dive into that. But before we do, I'll thank this dude right here. Old Man Jenkins. Here he is. Old Man Jingleheimer Schmidt. This guy nails it on the head right here. This is really going to set the tone. All right? We're going to get deep. We're going to have a good time. And we're going to be like a little family together.
I wonder what happened to the family life that we used to have. What happened to the family? Well, the first thing that happened, the Industrial Revolution gave men a career instead of a job. A job meant I need to feed my family, so I go out to work so I can bring back the bread. But a career became something else. A career is somehow not so related to the people I'm feeding or that I'm responsible for. It became a lifestyle of its own, an identity of it. And so all of a sudden, men became absent fathers and absent husbands. They were married to their career. It reached such a degree where the family became a nuisance because it threatened the career. A guy comes home after working all day long and his children have some needs, or his wife has, and he can't be bothered. That's terrible. So for many years, women were raising their children alone and were basically living alone. When it reached a certain critical point, women decided, I don't want to be a single mom, so I'm going to go to work too. And now there is nothing left of the old family. So the problem is, work has become a lifestyle of its own. It no longer exists as a support for the family, and that's tragedy.
I've been working on the railroad, ding, 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 ding. He's got a point, though. I mean, my dad was a workaholic, okay? So both my parents are basically dead. What do I mean by that? My dad's brain dead, and my mom's literally dead. But my dad was a workaholic. He was married to his craft. And if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't have had any of those Christmases in Michigan and all the families together and the summers here and the family this and family that, which has been like ingrained in me. And I've always wanted a family, and I will have one. I hope. I think so. I have a wonderful woman, and hopefully it works out. I'm willing to take the risk. But that is a big one, dude. Not to mention, like, we kind of are forced to work. Like, you need the money. Duh. It's a bit much out here, at least in America and a lot of other countries. So I do get that. But that's why I'm doing something like this. I've never had, like, a real career because it never made sense to me. If that makes any sense. Like, I never did anything because it's like, I just need the money and I'm going to go work 100 hours a week. It was more like, let me get the money so that I could spend the time, because time is money. M-O-B, money old bitches. I'm just kidding. That's also kind of messed up because I want a woman. But I always wanted the money so I could spend the time with friends and family. Okay. We're gonna really unpack this. We're getting deep, daddy. But this one right here is kind of trippy. This is like the families not liking each other part, which seems to be pretty popular, and like different political beliefs and stuff of that nature. This one's kind of trippy right here. Get ready for a good laugh.
Happy Thanksgiving. I am not going home for Thanksgiving to be with my family. I have many Trump supporters in my family, and I refuse to coddle them anymore. Ooh. I have cut those people out of my life, and I've actually, you know, it's interesting. I feel better that I did that. I don't feel worse for it. I feel better. I feel like there's more space in my heart for goodness because I don't have to compromise my values or my integrity for people that voted for a fascist. For people that voted for misogyny and racism and you know, abject cruelty and xenophobia.
You hear all this shit he's saying? You know what that is? All that is programming. The reason why I voted for Trump is because Trump was more like pro-American. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix that. We're going to change this and that. Which is what I need. I need to see some changes. I need to see some fixing. Somebody's got to hustle and take care of this shit. But what he's talking about is all the propaganda that the left side has said about Trump, which is not true. That guy was a fascist. If Trump was that big of an asshole, right now maybe we could use an asshole, because an asshole would be enough of a boss to go get shit done. That's how bad a shape this country's in. We need an asshole to get stuff done. But all these stereotypical things he's mentioning, all these labels, are just propaganda from the left trying to demean Trump. And it's like, Trump was president before, he's president again. That means we want him back. That means we like what he did. And that's it. And why bitch about it? And this fool, and he is a fool, is alienating himself from his family over fucking politics. You know what that tells me? That tells me that his family doesn't really mean shit to him. That they're optional. If they don't vote my way, they're not my people. You know, blood is thicker than water, my friend. And this man has thrown away his own blood over political nonsense he was programmed with from the fucking left. Sad and pathetic.
And, you know, mass concentration camps and deportation on a scale that is not necessary and based totally on hysteria and lies.
There's like
fears about trans people based totally on hysteria and lies. So we have to take dignity back, self-respect,
What?
Hey.
When do we lose it?
But
Maybe
apparently it's a real thing.
Coming over the
a
border
previous
with
girlfriend of mine, her family was so like, if you don't vote this way, fuck you. It was like kind of hypocritical almost.
No shit.
You know, I don't think my family's ever been like, none of my friends, none of us have ever been like, you don't, you know, cut your penis off, put on your forehead, blue hair, kind of gay is good. Like, we don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that literally makes no sense. But apparently there's a lot of toxic parents, okay? This is a big one, too. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist, and maybe his family does suck. Maybe they're just not cool. But at least he's got family. A lot of people just don't have any, and the future for families is looking bleak. I'm just sitting here because I care. I care. I care so much about you guys. You're the only family I got. I'm just playing. Thanks everybody who bought a shirt, by the way. The RLP Classics, link down below. Appreciate you. You gotta stay together, brothers. Anyways, let's keep this party moving. Something to think about, though, with the people hating each other because of politics.
Is the nuclear family dying out? A recent study indicated more and more Gen Z adults are staying in their family home, even if they have jobs due to financial pressures.
So the nuclear family, basically a family unit that typically consists of two parents and their children living in one home. It's different from a single-parent family home or an extended family or a family with more than two parents. The term nuclear is figurative and comes from the word nucleus, which is meant to a basic or essential part. So yeah, of course, it's dying, for sure. Like, absolutely. Like this classic standard photo, red, yellow, black, or white, everybody's having fun tonight. Yeah, that's I mean, how many people have two kids that you know that are, you know, 35 and under? Probably none. But apparently, the nuclear family is the downfall of society, according to some people. But this is, like, very hypocritical, too. We're going to learn a lot here today.
Nuclear family is the downfall of society. We are not meant to live in small family units with the father, mother, and children. We are meant to live in a bigger community.
The nuclear family is...
I thought she was about to say, we're supposed to have single mothers and everybody be up for adoption. Like, for a second, not to make a joke out of it, but for a split second, I was like, wait, what? We're supposed to have two dads? What's going on, dude? Mom? Anyways, back to the nuclear family. Let's get serious here. No more fucking around. Okay?
Is not traditional. Let me explain why. If we look at the 1950s model of a family of three living in a bungalow in the suburbs, we can already spot a few issues. A lack of grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins' daily influence. Lots of outsourcing, whether it be daycare, school, groceries, or household items. A lack of connection to animals and to nature. The nuclear family is, in my opinion, one of the stepping stones towards our modern atomized society. You first need to isolate the family before you can isolate the individual. In comparison, the extended family is warm, is plentiful, is self-sufficient, and facilitates community building. Villages are the accumulation of many extended families living collectively. In such a setting, you are less dependent on the state because there's always a family member or a friend of a family member who can help you in any specific area. It takes a village to raise a child because it helps immensely with their socialization. The extended family is the antithesis to modernity.
Okay, see how that kind of didn't make any sense? She's like, having a mom and dad and kids isn't the way to do it. Okay, but then if nobody has siblings, or you're not even born, right? How do you get this, right? Great-grandparents, grandparents, great-aunts, great-uncles, uncles, aunts, father, mother, uncle, aunt, sister, brother, cousin, nieces, nephews, so on and so forth. How do you get any of this down here if you don't have one kid?
Well, here's the thing. Way back in the day, people would live in the same house. You'd have grandpa and grandma alive in the same house, taking care of them. Back in the day, it was different. You know, people didn't have any problem living together. Your cousins, you know who your cousins were. I know who my cousins are. I know who they are, you know. And it's because we all lived under the same roof at one point. Grandma and grandpa's house, or actually it was just grandpa's house because grandma passed away. So, you know, the families were sticking together more. Now people can't stand each other for whatever reason, and they don't want to live together. Most of the time people get together, they have a kid, it's mostly out of wedlock because they just, you know, didn't use protection. They don't even care, you know.
And then to have aunts and uncles, you need 2 kids. And to have friends, you're going to have other people your age around. That's what I kind of... It's like people are like discovering, oh my God. But at the same time, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, my mom had, like, I think 9 or 10 siblings. And each and every one of them had kids. So I had plenty of cousins through my mom's side of the family. And, you know, I knew some of them. I didn't even know all of them. They're mostly out of Laredo. But the thing is, like I said, people used to have close-knit families. Christmas was a big deal. Thanksgiving was a big deal. Any kind of holiday was a big deal because it would be an excuse to go out and be with your family. And now it's like people either don't have the family got killed off, the family, you know, got broken up. You know, grandpa, nobody wanted to take care of grandpa because nobody could afford to do that, so he's living out in the street. You know?
It's like, wait, what? Anyways, you know, I'm going to try and have...
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping out. Maybe I misunderstood her.
Great-grandmother, great-grandfather.
It is revolutionary action to make your own community, to live in community with your extended family if that's possible. If not, make your own community based off your neighbors, friends, people who live in your area.
Okay. It's like this revolutionary thing where it's like, dude, just fucking take it. And they have a point. Like my best friend in the world, Nick, he's like my brother. We were raised together. His parents are my godparents. My parents are his godparents. We're not blood related, but damn sure feel like brothers to me. So he just had a kid, and I'm like, oh, I mean, I got to have a kid in the next couple of years because they got to be, you know, brothers forever and shit, you know? And then we're looking at trying to buy a house right next to him, but it's really expensive. And now we live 25 minutes away. Well, you know, 20 to 30 minutes away, depending on the time frame, and I rarely get to see him because he's out working on the railroad. Work 6 days a week, you know? And then it's the classic where the kid's got to be in daycare and this and that, and that's not just him, it's everybody. It's most people. So I do get that, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's bizarre shit. Anyways, according to Google, I looked up like how many people millennials are under have 2 kids, right? And it says only 28% of U.S. adults have 2 children. However, millennials are having fewer children than the previous generation. A Newsweek poll found that 30% of gays are actually having more kids than straights. No, I'm just playing. My bad. 30% of millennials do not have or want children. But causes of this, home ownership, blah, blah, blah. Then I said, okay, let's up the ante a little bit. How many people have one child? Just one kid. That's it. One kid, put in your back pocket. There isn't much information about how many millennials just have one children household. They have more information, I didn't put in here, about single mothers having kids than they do about a family unit having one child. It's kind of bizarre, actually. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole because YouTube's sensitive. But you get it. Divorce, you get fucked. Everybody's screwed. Get the government's money. Money. There, we summed up divorce. One-child families are growing. One-child families are the fastest growing family unit in the United States. The percentage of mothers who have one child at the end of their childbearing years doubled from 11% in 1976 to 22% in 2015. Some factors that may contribute to the rise in the childlessness include economic change, delay in pregnancy, lack of means, performance anxiety, and same-sex. It doesn't say that. Anyway, point is, there's a lot more gays out there. Not that I care. I'm just bringing it up because the guy in the beginning was like, "We don't care about gay people." It's like, yeah, we do. We care about everybody. All right. Anyway, circle back around to families not seeming like families anymore, and this really resonates with me right here.
A family is not the same no more, bro. Like, I miss back in the day when all of my family was close. Like, every Sunday after church, we'll pick who house to have dinner at. And all of my cousins, my aunts and uncles will be over there. Like, we all just bonding and have a family time, laughing, telling old jokes when we was kids. And I just hate that how my family's not that close no more. I understand we have our own families and we can start our own thing, but I just really miss that shit.
I do too, man. I remember one of my uncle's jokes. I don't know if this is exactly right, but this was a classic when I was young. He was a bunch of dudes, and they were like whose dick's bigger joke, and he was like, he goes, "Oh yeah, well my dick's bigger than yours when I just got out of the pool and it's folded in half." Anyways, I thought that was funny. But like, for real though, how many people are starting families? It doesn't seem like a lot. I'm out and about quite a bit. It doesn't seem like that many people. It really doesn't. Just from my data walking around town. But it doesn't feel like people are even starting their own families. Like, for instance, when I start a family, right, when I have a kid, I don't even have grandparents to give them. Like, we have to do my lady, my future wife here. We got to use her parents as the grandparents. So it's kind of like everyone's waiting so long to have kids that it's like almost as if it's like, oh, I got to live till I'm 90, because what if my kid doesn't have a kid till he's my age, and then I'm going to be like 85 when my first grandchild's born. Does that make sense? Anyways.
The biggest trick of the modern world was making women believe that working 8 hours a day for a stranger and leaving kids with daycare is freedom. And staying at home to raise a family that loves you is slavery.
Classic. That's more along the lines of staying like the stay-at-home mom situation, right? So, for instance, me and my girl, we work together. Like, we have a family business, I guess you would call it. It's like I could either hire somebody or I could just have her do it. And it's like, do I really want her having to go to work? Like, you see how stressed out people are when they have to go to work? Sorry, the camera cut out. But you see how it's stressful having to go to work every day. And then what are you going to do? Put the kid in daycare, which is kind of the classic. Not to get negative, but, we kind of made that decision. Like, and I get it. You guys might be like, dude, that's risky, bro. That's risky shit. Okay, dude. Well, I'm bringing it back old school. I'm going back to the family business. All right? I'd rather have us working together and be able to have more quality time than me be at work, her be at work, and then we never see each other. Then, God forbid, when we have a kid, right? Not God forbid, but when we do have a kid, then what? Where's the kid going to go? To grandparents that I don't have? You get what I'm saying? Like, where's that going to go? What do you do then? The next thing you know, years go by, and now, I have no coworkers to fuck, but most people meet somebody at work. You know what I mean? So if we just work together, then I'll be that hot hunk that she fools around with. All right, well, let's bring it back to something positive. This is kind of my ideal situation, what this chick is about to say right here. Except for I don't have brothers and sisters. Okay, this one makes sense.
The older I get, the more I appreciate my parents. I'm 32 years old. I have kids of my own. All my siblings are married. We all live 15 minutes away from each other. All of our kids are friends. It's one big happy family. And I appreciate it so much, and I want to start creating that for my kids. Like, I want to do the things that my parents were doing so that my kids have somewhat of a similar thing when they grow up.
There you go. And that's what me and my best friend Nick want to do. And, you know, whenever my cousins do have kids, we're going to want to recreate our childhoods for them. Basically, the best that we can. Okay, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to pull off. But that's kind of like, that's how I was kind of raised, minus the brothers and sisters and all that stuff. I kind of have more chosen friends that are family, and then my aunts and uncles and my cousins. But unfortunately, though, this is kind of going to be the future of most people. What this chick's about to say right here, the future is now. Actually, no, there's just one funny movie quote, The Internship, with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. Vince Vaughn's like, the future doesn't know later. And Owen Wilson goes, what are you talking about? That's what the future is. It's literally later. Anyways, this is the future.
Not to sound like the Grinch or anything, but honestly, I fucking hate the holidays. It just reminds me how, like, lonely I am. Like, every single time it's a holiday, I try to do my best to make sure I'm, like, working or something, or else I'll be at home literally fucking bawling my eyes out.
Oh. Yeah, so basically, she has no family, and no friends, and nobody, and no kids. And then she distracts herself with work so she can make money for her, I guess. Anyways, let's bring it around full circle here. Back to Joe Jenkins Jr., senior here. Okay. This guy nails it on the head. When you take this home with you, put it in your back pocket. Save it for later. Okay? It's good stuff right here.
The only reason to go to work at all, the only reason we have to leave the home in order to feed the home is so that we can do more good in the world. It's not just for the money. And I think we realize this by now. We realize the work week is ridiculous. You work 6 days a week so that you can have 1 day off to live. That's not right.
You know what's great, though, about society? Not to cut them off like I always do. There's a lot of people are getting hip to this. I get it. Work hard, all that. I get that. But I'm glad that a lot of people, especially younger people, are waking up to that. And
that's true. Young people are waking up to this, but they can't really do anything to change it. So their only option is to be like the people from the 60s that just got high on drugs, had a bunch of communal sex, and basically just blew off the responsibilities that they were supposed to take upon themselves that their parents were going to give them. And essentially, that's not a good way to go, because they already did that and they didn't really accomplish anything. People just got high. The only thing that happened out of that was the music was really good. That's it, because people were high who were writing it. So, you have to face the music. You have to face the reality. If I don't clock in and put in 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, I can't pay the rent, I can't eat, I can't feed my babies, my little cats, and I can't pay my bills. If I wasn't in debt with the guaranteed student loan, I'd save $100 and some. But, it's too late for that. They gave my career, they gave my profession, they gave my money to somebody else because they said I wasn't worthy of it. So I was like, I'll never believe in any advertising. I will never believe in any advertising again. I tried to buy a house. I was, $2,000 short. And nobody would help me. My mom wouldn't help me. Nobody gave a shit. I tried so hard to get that career. I tried for years to get in. After a while, I realized I made too many mistakes, and I did the worst thing possible. I told the truth on my resume. Big fucking mistake. What this is here is work is bullshit. Work is just slavery. And it's always going to be slavery, even if you get paid well. Because you're never going to get paid enough money to make up for the time you could spend with your babies. That's why I like my work at home job, because I get to be with my children. I get to be surrounded by them. I get to help them. If they were human babies, I'd be even happier, because I'd be able to take care of them, answer their questions, do a little something, hang around them, hang around the house, be here for them in an emergency. Work from home rocks, man. Everybody should try it. Anyway.
And I hope that, a lot of cats realize that, I don't want to sound gay, not like I like men or anything, but family is kind of most important, at least in my mind. I'm not saying you have to have kids. I don't care. I don't even know you. But I'm glad to have you here, though. Something to think about. And anyways.
Work is necessary not just for them. It brings people together. The buyer, the seller, the provider, the customer. It unites us. But that's so that we have more interaction with human beings. We get to learn more. We get to do each other favors. We get to help each other out. When jobs and professions and careers become competitive and jealous and a rat race, it's the exact opposite of what it's meant to be. The reason you need a customer is so that you can do your customer a favor, get some advice, give some advice, share life. Incidentally, you'll make some money. That's good. But we now know making money without a purpose leads to anxiety, depression, frustration. It's no good.
You heard it from the bearded wizard, okay? I like him. He feels like an uncle I never got to meet.
Like a Jew.
But I think he's got a point. And, the good news is a lot of younger cats are realizing that work isn't exactly it. I'm not saying don't work hard. Okay, I've had a lot of people here be like, you don't know what working hard is. I go, okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter how hard I work or what you do. All I'm trying to relay here today is that I believe family is most important. And for people who feel the same way as me, you're not alone. You're not. And, I don't know, trippy stuff. You guys leave your thoughts. I know that you will. I appreciate everybody that bought a shirt. I'll leave the link down below. Just something I think about a lot as I'm getting older, as I'm sure a lot of you do. And, today we do live in a world where it's kind of like sex in and or around the city. And, what's the point? You can't trust anybody. And I don't think that's always the case. I think there's a lot of people like me. Like my lady, my future wife, it's like me in a girl's body. We don't look similar, and she doesn't have a penis, but it's nice to have met somebody. And even the chick before her, she wanted a family. She wanted all this stuff. We just didn't really vibe. We just weren't best friends. Thank God she left me. Because now I have the one where I'm like, wow, it is possible. So I think there's a lot more people out there that do want a family. So I don't think it's, not to be too nihilistic, pessimistic, some kind of istic. Anyway, solid talk. You guys leave your thoughts. I don't know. Trippy stuff, man.
Well, like the young people say, it is what it is. There's only so much you can do with society. I went ahead and logged out of the game. I wasn't doing anything in there, and I tried to get into Star Wars: The Old Republic, and it's just failing. It sucks because I just got a 1-month subscription. I was going to do some more stuff tonight. I'm trying to level a character. I hope it's fixed by tomorrow. But anyway, thank you for watching. You take care. Bye-bye.